The Bahamas Professional Golfers Federation is reflecting on a year of progress and setting its sights on what's next for the sports locally. This morning, I'm joined by Glenn Pratt, president of the Bahamas Professional Golfers Federation, and he's here to talk about the progress that was made in 2025. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning and thank you and Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year to you. So I got to talk about the shoes first because we were talking about our love for shoes, right? There's some jazzy shoes. I love how you were so coordinated.
Well, wingtip hasn't been around for a while and it's kind of making its way back. Return, so I wanted to be one of the first to help it back.
There you go. Yeah. Stylish. I love it. Yeah. All right, so let's get right into it. So tell us a little bit about the Federation. Actually, the Federation says that it's pleased with its progress, right?
Very much
in 2025. Tell us a little bit about that.
Very much so. Well, it's been about 15 to 20 years that we've had any major impact in the development of golf here in the Bahamas as it relates to Bahamian golf professionals. It's basically been dominated by foreign golf professionals. And we've been having a very difficult time over the years having input on what goes on with the employment of golf here in the Bahamas. And this is the first time in about 20 years that we've really gotten to the point to where we're a part of what's happening. We help make the decision on what's happening. And that's basically due to the mandates of the Prime Minister and particularly the Minister of Labor, Pierre Glover. She is an excellent representation of Bahamian people. I can tell you, I've been so impressed with her. And she has a director in Howard Thompson that is absolutely in every way not compromised.
Yeah.
And that gives us an input, an insight to exactly what's going on. So we're able now to start negotiating deals to get Bahamian golf professionals hired, but not only get them hired, but also to put apprentice programs in place at all the golf courses around the country where we can bring the young people in now and start training them to move up the ladder into leadership of these golf courses and at some point eliminate the need of even having a foreign professional in the Bahamas. So we're very excited about that. There's a lot of good going on. There's a lot, there's some things that we're frustrated with, but then that's part of growing, and we're pretty happy with where we're at.
Okay,
yeah.
So tell us then, you talk about the apprenticeship programs. What can we hope to see in the future then?
Well, I can tell you, we had a conversation with the Abaco Club in Winding Bay in Abaco, and it was very encouraging because they wanted a director of golf, and we wanted a Bahamian head pro. And so we negotiated to give them their director because the Federation now signs off on the job applications, work permits for the foreign golf pros. And in order for them to get their director, we negotiated to get a head pro plus 2 assistant pros. So we got 3 Bahamian jobs for one signature, which is their director. And that's the type of thing we're doing. And I was extremely encouraged because the ownership at that facility is very excited about helping to develop golf in the Bahamas, not just at their golf course, but also developing a practice facility there for the school kids to learn how to play golf. So I think once the powers to be takes the strings off and allow us to do what we're capable of doing, I think there's the potential for so much growth throughout this country without the politics of it.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. And the Bahamas didn't host the Corn Ferry Tour qualifying this year. Why is it still important, for that to happen?
Well, no, the Bahamas hosted it.
Okay.
The Bahamas government hosted it.
Okay.
We hosted the qualifier for the one Bahamian spot that they have every year. There's an exempt spot.
Okay.
We did it for the last 3 years very successfully. And as the tournament grows, all of a sudden we find ourselves this year in a situation where we're being removed as the host organization, as the governing body of professional golf. We were told that basically that they're gonna pass the responsibility for the qualifier over to the amateur golf body of golf. And that has a lot to do with the fact that, folks don't want to be accountable. The Bahamas Professional Golf Federation are going to ask questions. And from my understanding, the Ministry of Tourism were upset because we asked some questions based on just having an accountability. I mean, you know, I understand government making deals, and I understand we sponsor, but when you sponsor an event at whether it's $1 million or $3 million of the Bahamian money, and we're a governing body of professional golf, I think we're in a position where we have to, as the experts, to find out information as it relates to how do we account for what we're paying for. And if we're not getting what we're paying for, then you need to explain to us why we're not getting what we're paying for.
Yeah.
And so that creates a problem for some people because not everybody wants to kind of turn loose that influence they have. But at the same time, we want to make sure that the Bahamians know what's going on. We want to know why, and it creates opportunity because a lot of these events, golf is a big money's game. And we're in a situation to where we can now use those opportunities to raise funds for social services and different things, you know. And these folks are coming down here making tons of money. The money they're being paid for having events here. They're making money here, but they're not leaving any behind. Wow. And it's our job as the governing body to ask some questions and to be able to advise the government and the powers to be the things we can do differently to improve, to get the full benefit of our spending.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's create a problem when the wrong person is asking the question.
Yeah, so transparency and communication is key, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So, you know, when they have that influence with folks in government and they've been doing things the way they wanted to do it for so long, sometimes folks resist change.
Yeah, I have to ask this question because a lot of times when, you know, you may have individuals that want to take part in golf, but there's this perception that it's a very expensive sport to be involved in. Is that the case?
It shouldn't be.
Okay.
It shouldn't be. I've been at golf now for 52 years. And as young golfers, as junior golfers, we never paid to play golf. I mean, Bahamians are very charitable people, especially, and we like to upgrade. So, and now it's even more feasible to upgrade than it was back in the 70s when I was a junior golfer. So it was always hand-me-downs, you know. So you always, you know, as long as you kept your clothes good, clean and everything else, you can still look good on the golf course.
Right.
Well, now it's like we don't have that now. Most of the programs that are developed for kids, you have to pay for it.
Right.
And the resistance for the professional golfers from the folks who are charging junior golfers to play golf. And these same folks who got free golf lessons are now charging the kids, and they get paid for everything. They resist the professional golfers coming on the scene because we don't charge for golf.
Right, okay.
Okay, it's our duty to develop golf in the country, and through the community and the sponsorships and the corporations, we sponsor not just their clinics, but we also purchase some clubs and we do a lot of stuff. So there's a lot of resistance for the Bahamas Professional Golfers Federation to come on the scene because people feel they're going to lose a lot, but they'll see in the long run we'll develop a lot of talent. Because I'm in particular, you know, kind of like jealous of basketball and baseball and all these sports that are developing all these talent, and golf isn't developing any. And I'm at an age now where I don't want to miss out on putting the first Bahamian golf professional on the PGA Tour.
Right.
To just dominate. And I know that because we're such a brilliant people and such a, you know, motivated people, and if we give these kids the right platform to work with, they'll go there and make us proud.
Yeah. Do you have your eyes on any young golfers, anyone that you would say, you know what, I could see that individual's going to be a star?
No, I don't.
Not yet.
I don't even have the privilege of going out to the golf course. I just a couple of months ago, I asked the director of the Ocean Club if I can come out and play around a golf, and he said, I'll charge you, you know, I'll give you a local rate of $150 to play golf. Well, that's an insult to me, because the same thing, they have the professional golfers, PGA qualified golfers that come from the U.S., and they give them complimentary golf.
Wow.
And being the president of the federation, this particular director said that he's going to charge me $150. And it's the only way we as professionals can keep our craft up is through courtesy of play.
Yeah.
And we should be able to go play golf at any golf course in this country free of charge as a courtesy, just to maintain our skill level.
Yeah.
And that is extended around the world, just not here in the Bahamas by some of the foreign golf professionals.
Wow, wow.
Yeah.
So what do you do about that?
Well, we consistently, and that's why I love Pierre Glover so much, because she's so graceful with it, but she's allowing us to have the influence to let them know that you're here because of us,
Right.
and you'll stay because of us. So what you don't give back to the community, if you give back, then we can have a great relationship, and you can stay here as long as you want. If you don't, come when that work permit or whatever is up, then maybe there's a chance we won't sign off on you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I can see, I mean, such a great conversation, but there's definitely some things that we have to do to make sure that golfing comes back, because we got to see
it's
that
coming
just like
back.
all the other sports,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Here in the country. It's been a pleasure having you on.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching Bahamas at Sunrise. If you've got a little golfer that's in your house, be sure to get them practicing it on the golf course. We'll be right back.